Hi guys, and welcome back to Armored Warfare. And yeah, I know the title said Begleitpanzer. I think that's the right pronunciation. I just call it the Begleitpanzer, and that is definitely not the Begleitpanzer or the Begleitpanzer. I'm just going to call it the Begleitpanzer. Screw it. But yeah, I just thought I'd also use this opportunity just to sort of keep you up to date with what I've been doing. I've really been quite busy on Armored Warfare. The reason I've not put a video up of it for a little bit, you know, just over a week I think, is basically because unfortunately it's been disconnecting me after every single match at the results screen, so I've had no results screens. And they did the patch, it updated and it stopped booting me out, and then it basically, I was playing and it booted me mid-game because they had to do an EU server restart, and since then it's been doing it again. So I'm going to try and uninstall, reinstall and see if that sorts it. But anyway, I'm doing these videos anyway, and I can get a glimpse of the first results screen on a lot of the footage that I've got, which might be enough for you guys, it might not be. I wasn't happy with it, which is why I wasn't doing it. But let me know in the comments if you're happy with that, just a glimpse of the first results screen that comes up, you know, with just my damage and everything on it. Then I can keep putting these up until that issue's sorted, until I've managed to work around it. But the other thing I want to do, like I say, is just give you a quick update on my garage, and if there's anything in here that you want to see more of, I'll try and bring you videos of that, so let me know in the comments. So I'm up to the M1A1 Abrams on one of the lines. I've got the Type 92 on the Chinese line. I love this line, I really do. I've got the Swing Fire as well, Stingray. Yeah, you can see I've been quite busy. Obviously the M1 Abrams, because I've got the M1A1, and yeah, that is not an M1's turbine engine that you can hear in the background. It's just my PlayStation, which for some reason goes into overdrive when playing Armored Warfare. Chieftain 900, which, to be honest, I free XP'd through most of the Chieftain line up to this because I really didn't get on with them in this game. I'm not saying they're bad tanks or anything. I love it in World of Tanks, the Chieftain Mark 6. I just could not get on with the Chieftains in this game. Weasel Toe, obviously I've got the Swing Fire, which is the one after it, and various others. T80, that's the highest I'm up to in that line. Got the Starship, alright I suppose, it's not great. Yeah, you can see the Sheridan there. Obviously I've got the Stingray as well. Some of these, as I say, I'm sort of past them in the lines. BMP2, that's as high as I've got in that line. Same with the BMD2. The Begleitpanzer, I love it, which I'm going to talk about in a moment, and I think that's about it really. Oh, the OF40 as well. I've got to the Leopard 1AV, is it the one after that? But I've just not bought it yet because I'm busy with these other lines. But anyway, and obviously I've got everything sort of before those. But if there's anything you do want to see more of, just leave it in the comments. But I've spent 3 minutes just rambling on about crap. Let's just talk about what we're actually here to look at, the Begleitpanzer, the Begleitpanzer 57 to give it its proper name, and again, probably the wrong pronunciation. And this isn't so much a review, it's just I love this tank and I want to bring it to everybody's attention because I think it's a fantastically fun light tank. Now, it does sit on its own in the tech tree, which is, I don't tend to see too many of them on the battlefield. I see the odd ones, mostly I see quite a few AI ones, but I don't see many player ones really, because it sits on its own out here off the Sheridan, so some people may not have bothered with it. I don't think it unlocks any level 2 retrofits, no it doesn't. So a lot of people may have sort of missed it or just not bothered with it. And once it's fully upgraded, I mean, it's good fun when it's not fully upgraded. I would recommend sticking the engine on it straight away if you can. But once it is fully upgraded, it is a very, very fun machine. It's not got a very high alpha damage, only having a 57mm cannon, but it's an auto-loading cannon with a 20-round clip. And yeah, it can make a bloody mess of things. It averages out at 10,000, just over 10,000 DPM, and you can get an average with your upgraded armor piercing. You can get an average of around 2,300 damage per clip, and it unloads them very quickly. And it only has an 8-second reload for the entire clip as well, which is quite nice. Its HE are quite nice as well. Only low pen 19, but they will do damage on non-penetrating. In fact, they'll do anywhere between 26, which is pretty poor, but it adds up to 127 damage for non-penning, and penetrating it's 156 to 190. Your AP are 104 to 127, so averaging about 115-ish roughly. But again, 190 pen on your upgraded ones, and the HE are great for when you get around the back. get around the back of anything. They'll pen the side of some things, light tanks, AFVs, that sort of thing. But they'll pen the back of a lot of things, and even if they don't, if you hit in the back, you get this sort of upper limit of the non-penning damage. Or you just use your AP, which will go through the back of anything I think you'll encounter, and the side of most things that you will encounter in this. And you also get an ATGM as well, with a nice 460 pen and 495 to 605 damage. And again, this isn't, you know, I'm not reviewing these, I'm not saying how good it is in comparison to other stuff. I'm just sort of going through a few of the details. Crap armour, it's a light tank at the end of the day, 30mm I think on the front. The upper glacis will stop some of the smaller autocannon stuff, your 90-30mm, etc. But don't rely on it at all, because your lower glacis doesn't generally stop them. But it is just massive burst potential. I've stuck a couple of retrofits on it. It does need it, I think, the hull traverse and the turret traverse as well. But I just think it's an incredibly fun tank. It's great for doing drive-bys where you just, you know, if somebody's fighting somebody, you just go steaming around the corner up behind them and just go pop, 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 and they are dead. And it really does wreck people. So I've got a game for you, a fairly decent game. I think I did all right in it. I think I got a gold crate, a gold medal actually out of it, because when I came out, even though I had finished off my daily challenges, I had 2 gold crates. So I'm not entirely sure, but I did get an extra crate somewhere, so I may have got a gold medal in that. But unfortunately, because it disconnected me and because it popped up telling me I'd done my daily challenges, you can't even see the results screen on it. So I do apologise on that one. But let's have a look at that game anyway. So here we are in the gameplay. It's a tier 7 match. Was that? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, tier 7 match, and I'm in my tier 5 Begleitpanzer. Now, again, I just want to apologise because there is no results screen at the end of this. It is frustrating that, as I said in that sort of garage bit, that's why I've not put any videos up for this for a little bit. And there's no results for this one because obviously, like I said, it came up telling me I'd done my daily challenges, didn't get to see them. But until this issue with the disconnect is sorted, if you guys are happy for me to do that, the game, the decent games that I do have where you do get a glimpse of the results screen, I'll still upload them. Otherwise, like I say, I'll wait. Just let me know in the comments. But I'd like to, keep putting up videos of Armoured Warfare. I'm really enjoying the game. And as I said before, this is, it's not a review or anything like that. It's and I don't know. I mean, you can see, I think you can see that I do quite well during the game. It's just bloody irritating that I can't get the results screen. But it's just a video to highlight the Begleitpanzer because I love it. I do love this tank, and as I said, I don't seem to see that many of them on the battlefield that are controlled by players. I did screw up there a little bit because I should have reloaded before I came down here to deal with him. But it just wrecks things. I mean, the AI Begleitpanzer that I went at, I was just touching the not keeping it full auto like I did on that guy. I was just trigger, just letting it aim in slightly after each shot. But it can just wreck things with that burst fire and that potential of, like I say, around 2,300 average damage. With your advanced armor piercing. But I just think it's a great fun light tank. You do, as I said, your MBTs and things, it's not going to be getting through the front of some of those. Some it can, some of the lower tiers in the Leopard line, it definitely can. But yeah, I was talking to Aki in the Discord, and he said, you ought to maybe do a video on it, because I was going on about how much I'm enjoying this tank, and I've actually I've battle hardened mine, so it earns a bit more credits, etc. And yeah, I just generally, if we've got to grind out a few credits, I'll jump in it, play a few matches, and normally do all right from it. Managed to hit him. Now, something I do like about this game, I'm going to go on about all sorts in this video, not just how much I love this tank. But other things that I like the fact that with auto-loaders in this game, the reload time changes depending on how many shells you have left in your clip. Whereas on World of Tanks, no matter how many shells you've got left in your clip, once you hit the reload, you've got your full reload time to go. Whereas with this, like with the Begleitpanzer, you fire, you know, half a dozen rounds off and reload. It'll be, you know, a few seconds, or a couple of seconds to reload it. You fire off your entire clip. As I said before, it's an 8-second reload to reload all 20. You do have those AP, and you've got HE as well. The HE are great, absolutely fantastic for other light tanks and for AFVs. Most of the TDs as well. It really does make a mess of them. And if you can get around the back of some of the, you know, if you can get round behind some of the MBTs, some of the same tiers, tier 6s as well, you get behind them and start firing HE into their engine compartment, and you can make a mess of them very, very quickly. Now, oh, that TD's down there, just waiting for that reload. I've got it, and yeah, boom. See ya. I think I'll take this spy plane, thank you very much. That's why I love the Begleitpanzer. I am in dire need of repair, so I'm just hoping nothing else comes along that's going to pay an interest in killing me before I can get to a repair. Now, it's not, you know, it's not the quickest of the light tanks. It doesn't seem to be the most mobile of some of the light tanks in the game. You know, like I say, I'm not sort of reviewing it. I'm just giving you my opinions on it. I have put on the skills on the crew. I have one of them for the driver is for the turret, the hull traverse, and one for the gunner is for the turret traverse, because the turret traverse, sometimes when you're circling things or if you're going past stuff, the turret doesn't quite keep up and you have to wait for a second for it to sort of catch up with the target, especially if you're doing a drive-by. So that's why I put those on, and also put retrofits for hull traverse and the turret traverse as well. Getting a bit of a fly in my throat there. Nearly wanted to cough, got very scratchy. So I'm going to go for a repair here. But as I said before, you know, well, I love it. I love this tank. I do. I think it's great, and not everybody's going to like it. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea and sort of fit everybody's play style. But when you're top tier in this thing, it can be devastating. I mean, you can get up on a battle tank, and you know you might take a hit from them. But more often than not, they're going to be dead before they can reload. Anything down there? Nope. Just prowling about now. Seeing this match. No, I've got my HE loaded. I know I'm not going to be able to pen him, but hopefully I can do enough splash to kill him, and I did. And that's what I like about the HE on this. You know, even if you've got HE loaded, and it's something like that with that McCarver, just go for it. You know, you've got a good chance that you're probably going to do it anyway. And there you go, you see the pen, the HE wasn't penning, but it was still doing splash damage, and oh, not quite enough. If I'd have had AP loaded, that might have killed him. Took a hit. Got saved by the friendly tank behind us. But I'm going to need another repair. And you can hear that my tank is not in a very good situation, and that's something I do like about this as well, that the more knackered your tank gets, well, as you can hear, it's sort of chugging a bit and rattling and clanking, and I do like that, because even though you know your health bar's there and it's still pretty obvious, sometimes you know when you're really focusing on what you're doing, you can't see, you know, you might not notice your health bar as much, but you can always hear what's happening with your tank. I think I still would like a cruise control added though, and I would definitely like the option to yeah, sorry, it's just that gun, I love it, just pump pump. But yeah, I would definitely like to have the option to customise my controls, not just choose from 2 presets, but actually customise, because I would like to put the handbrake somewhere else. In fact, I'd probably rather have my lock on. No, I wouldn't rather have it on X. But anyway, I want to put my handbrake somewhere else. I don't like it on X. I can't move my turret. But then again, I suppose the handbrake's not like it is on this. You know, as it is on Will the Tanks. On Will the Tanks, you hit your handbrake and you can probably slide it around. With this, you know, it can get you round, but more just to try and get round 90 degrees quicker without having to slow down too much, sort of thing. But yeah, I don't think it's too much of an issue. But as you can see, it can move quick enough. I'm trying to get up on this guy to ambush him and just pop out and just empty my clip into him somewhere. Where is he? He's around the corner. If I can keep some speed up, I might take a hit from him. Nope, just keep moving. Just aim roughly at the back of him and fire away. And then go for the reload. Always try and remember in this, go for the reload. If you've just killed somebody like that, just reload. Don't matter what you've got left in your clip, reload. You could have only used a couple of 3. But those couple of 3, if you don't reload, could be the difference between you killing a tank with a burst or not, and you dying yourself. And hello. Again, got my HE loaded. I don't think I've swapped back yet. I do at some point swap back, but the HE just seems to be quite effective at the moment because just the amount of splash it can do in such a short period of time can take down most people. And yeah, racing back down to the other end to try and do something about that cap as well. And I do find myself doing that in the Begleitpanzer a lot, just sort of racing from one end to the other, trying to interrupt caps and finish people off and just sort of help. And I know I've said it before, just doing drive-bys and things. You know, like you pop out, somebody's distracted, you pop out, you empty your clip into them, and either get the hell out of there or just don't stop moving in the first place and just literally do it as you're driving past. Oh, hello, we've got the McCarver again. If I can get around behind him, I've got my AP. No, I haven't got my AP loaded, I've still got HE. I thought I could get my HE through the back of him. So what I said in the garage about your HE going through the back of just about anything you'll come up against is slightly wrong, although the odd one did do an HE pen there. But your HE will go through the back of a lot of things that you'll come up against, sort of MBT wise. But your AP definitely will with that 190 pen. And through the side of a lot as well with that 190. But it really does catch people out. I mean, the reason I got this tank and the reason I wanted one is, I can't remember if it was an AI one or if it was a player controlled one, but I was in a match, I can't even think what tank I was in. And I just remember, I think I was capping a base, I think it was this map actually, possibly capping 4, and I was sat there and then all of a sudden, I just took something down, and then I just started taking damage, and it just started going, just racking up, and it was just, like, just didn't stop, basically. It was just, this damage just started going, pom, 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 off my tank, and within a couple of, within a few seconds, I was dead. And it was a case of, what the hell just hit me? What the hell was that tank? And I looked at the, the notifications along the side, and it said Begleitpanzer, and that was it. I was like, I want to try that out. Jumped in a test drive in it, and even though obviously it's just against stationary targets, what the gun was capable of, I just thought, yeah, I want that tank. And I basically continued down that line to get to the Begleitpanzer as quickly as possible after that. Pop a bit of smoke out and pull back. Well, I'm hoping he's going to come straight down there after me, and he is, but I've cocked up turning around. Shit. Pop the smoke, not quite in time. Do take a hit, but you know what? He's got his reload. I just thought I'd finish off emptying my clip into him. Pop some smoke and try and get away, and I don't know if he's going to turn around and come back, or if he's going to continue to try chasing me. He's going to continue to try chasing me round. I'm a bit knackered. If I can get around behind him, and no, the tier 5 on our team took him out. Oh, got a tier 7 there. Now I was going to turn around and go back at him, but then I thought I'll try and come at him from a different angle. So go across, pop some. Well, no, didn't pop some smoke because that was still reloading. Just popped a few shots in, made them see me and see that I was going, that way. And because visibility is shortened, or sort of reduced, should I say, that's why I came right back round this way. They think I've probably gone off in that other direction, maybe to get a repair or something, but I'm not. I've actually just worked the long way round to try and get round behind this guy. And there's the leopard asking for help. I think it's the tier 7 leopard that I say he's actually asking for help. Something's just spotted me behind, so I am taking a risk here, but you know what? If I can get some damage done to this guy, let's go for it. And again, just that huge burst damage building up. Whatever was in there has decided that he doesn't want any more of that. He really doesn't want to be on the receiving end of this gun. And yeah, there he is. He's going to get it anyway. There you go. That is why I love this tank. You know, that whole little bit that I've just done there from very low health and just done so much damage to those enemy tanks. That is why I love this thing. And you know, I don't want to flood the game with Begleitpanzers, but I really would encourage people to sort of just have a go in it, or even just take it for a test drive and just see what you think. I know you can't get a excuse me, my voice is going now. Right, that's better. Yeah, I know you can't get a proper feel for the thing because obviously you're not against anything, but you can just get an idea of what the gun can do, you get a rough idea of its speed and everything. I don't know if it gives you the top engine and stuff, I know it gives you all your ammo selections and what have you. I mean, armour-wise, like I said before, it's pretty crap. You know, 30mm is the thickest armour on it, which will stop the odd autocannon round frontally, as long as it's not aimed too carefully. But I don't think I'm going to get back into the fight, although it is looking a bit hairy at this point. Well, I suppose it isn't. It isn't. They've only got 34 points left. You know, we kill one of them, that'll take 25 points off, and they are starting to cap all the bases though. But it looked like, yep, a couple of kills, and boom, we won it. That would have, you know, in theory they could have pulled it back if nobody had died, but it would have been a really close one. I think we were pretty much safe at that point. But anyway, there you go. No results screen, like I say, I'm afraid, unfortunately. I do apologise for that. I think I got a gold medal out of that match, but I'm not entirely sure because, like I say, it quit out on me. If there's anybody watching this that was in that match and you remember the results or anything, leave it in the comments. It'd be nice to know how I did. But anyway, again, let me know in the comments if there's any other tanks that I've got in my garage that you'd like to see more of, and also, you know, let me know if you don't mind just seeing the first results screen that pops up, because I see it for literally a second and then it disconnects me, but obviously I can just pause it on it and do it as a screenshot, so that's not a problem. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that. I'll be back tomorrow with another video, so until then, take care out there and I'll catch you next time. See you later.